저건 뭐야?
무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다.
어라!
뭐야?
너한테 벌이 앉았어.
다 움직였어.
And we are back. After 3 long years, Netflix's most popular show Squid Game has returned for yet another season. But is it better than the last? No. I don't think season 2 has a chance of reaching the same heights that season 1 did. That was an outlier. It came out at a time when we were locked inside and there was nothing like this that excited ever in any form of media. With a ton of hype resting on this season, let's discuss what went down in season 2 and how things shape up for season 3.
네가 그 안에서 총질을 하든 밖에서 야바이 짓을 하든 달라지는 건 없어.
산에 오신 옆방을 나한테 뭘 원하지?
다시 게임을 하게 해줘.
So it's holidays and I just binge watched the entire series over this weekend, and overall I wasn't disappointed. Season 2 is less survival and much more of a revenge action saga, where Ji-hoon completely transformed in John Wick style, spent nearly 3 years searching for a way to track down the recruiter and stop the games for good. With the money he won back in season 1, he has built a network of people that now work for him to help track down the recruiter and those connected with the game in any way and form possible.
어라! 땡.
This obsession eventually lands him back in the games again, though this time it's different. The show delivers on all the games, and some of it, like the haunting red light, green light, returns with similar characters, but their stories go in different directions, unlike season 1, which is both engaging and compelling to watch. The villain, who is also the front man, is equally important, like the main protagonist, Jae-hoon. Both ruthless and chilling, the dynamic that he shares with the main set of characters will surely keep you engaged throughout entire 7 episodic series.
여러분을 해치려는 게 아닙니다. 여러분들에게 기회를 드리는 겁니다.
Without going into spoilers, I am gonna say that season 2 really plays with the viewers, where we know who the handler or the front man is, but the characters do not. And this creates this theme of some sort which is fascinating to watch on how the entire saga unfolds.
스마일.
이 자리에 오신 여러분을 진심으로 환영합니다. 여러분들은 매 게임이 끝날 때마다 투표를 통해 그때까지 적립된 상금을 가지고 이곳을 나가실 수 있습니다.
Now that's a lot of positives, but I do have some negatives. For season 2, and let's start with the crux of the show, the games. While we did see red light, green light return, the second game is in the same game we saw back in season 1. But a compilation of 5 small games put together, which at first is creative on the maker's part, but doesn't land well as the stake don't feel that high. And the tension and the dramatic moments make it less survival and more cinematic overall.
러시안 룰렛이라고. 보통은 이렇게 한 발을 넣고 판창을 돌린 후 쏩니다. 그리고 다음에 쏠 때는 판창을 다시 돌리죠. 6분의 1로 확률을 리셋하는 겁니다. 하지만 전 좀 더 진지하게 해보고 싶어요. 성균 씨는 특별한 분이.
The dread, though, eventually returns with the third game, also known as Mingles, which is by far the best, or you can say the worst game in the entire series, according to me. The horror that unfolds during that entire episode is largely unmatched by any other episode and shows what it actually means to be part of this dreadful show. Season 2 places more emphasis on taking the story further than the death games, and I am sure this is going to be disappointing for those that love or watch the series for the games alone. The games take a backseat in the overall narrative and don't play a huge role here. With less action and more drama, the show does feel dragged at times, especially during those times when the characters plot going further or leaving the game for good. Another gripe I have with the show is filler content and direction certain characters venture throughout the series. Back in season 1, we saw Junho, a honest police officer trying to find his brother, and eventually gets shot during this whole adventure. Well, he's back in season 2, and anytime the show cuts to him and the crew, it's practically boredom, as they adds nothing to the narrative but are just there to add to the overall runtime of the show, which is disappointing as there are definitely layers that could have been explored here. Similarly, we have seen the pink staff of the games but are never exposed to how they function or where they came from. In season 2, the makers have taken time to sketch their characters too, which is commendable at first, but doesn't really transpire in the late game, which is a massive disappointment, as those were the side plots that I honestly was heavily invested in.
더 큰 상금을 위해 게임을 계속할지 아니면 여기서 중단할지는 전적으로 여러분 결정에 달려 있습니다.
Season 2 is mostly in reality a setup for season 3, which is going to be this big concluding finale where everything eventually comes to an end. Or does it? I guess we'll need to wait just a little longer to find out. Squid Game was a glorious triumph back in 2021. And I don't think anything can come close to match that feeling we got when we saw the first death game play out. While season 2 in no slouch, all eyes are on season 3, where all hell breaks loose.
그럼 여길 왜 다시 들어왔냐? 난 그 게임을 멈추려는 거야.
So that's my thoughts on the latest season. Did you like it? What are your thoughts on season 2? Please share your comments below and let's get this discussion rolling. Until next time, this is Movie Medusa signing off.
게임 준비가 완료됐습니다.